I got to know about Brian Tracy when I was about 17 years old and fell in love with his teaching and philosophies. Because I could not pay the daytime cost, I would go to the internet cafe at night. I would stay up late listening to Tracy and reading his quote. Tracy said something that stuck with me. If you want to achieve something different, you have to do something different. If you want to do something you have never done before, you must do something you have never done before. Growing up, I wrote and posted the above line in my room, and every time I saw it, I knew I had to make sacrifices. That is pretty simple. If your life is not what you want it to be right now, you must be willing to do something different. Do not let me sugarcoat it. You will not shift from one easy world to another. Doing anything new requires stepping outside of your comfort zone, which is never easy. In today's video, I will discuss the 3 sacrifices you must make in order to leave poverty. If you are new here, consider subscribing Future with Finance, so you do not miss out on other great videos like this one. Spend some time reading. Most of my friends and relatives are envious of what I have accomplished with my life today. I was one of the young people whose lives were a tragedy just 17 years ago. I despised my existence and wished I had never been born, because I was born into poverty, sickness, along with many other constraints. So, how did I go from being the guy who hated life to building one of the best lives possible for myself? Books. Books. Yes, books. My life changed the day I began reading books, and I will explain why. When I first started reading novels, I was drawn to the stories of ordinary people who accomplished incredible things. These stories inspire me and give me hope that I, too, can overcome any obstacles in my path and accomplish greatness in my life. I feel the answer is simple. If you realize that other people have the same difficulties you do and have gone on to accomplish greatness, you suddenly start to believe in yourself. When you begin to believe in yourself, you begin to think big. And when you expand the scope of your dreams, you expand the scope of what is achievable in your life. In my case, despite growing up in a disadvantaged village, I began to believe that I could become wealthy. I began to believe that I could become a millionaire. And this belief prompted me to do something extremely important. I began looking for ways to attain what I believed I could achieve by reading books written by people who had previously made a lot of money. I began to mimic these people's mindsets and activities, and the more I did so, the better my financial situation became. Yeah, it took me 8 long years until my financial situation changed dramatically, and I would never have made it without reading books. In addition to reading books, you can watch videos that describe the stories of successful people. Yeah, books are boring, but so is all meaningful. Fruits and vegetables are both dull, but if you want to be healthy, you should eat more of both. Soda beverages are fun, sugar is sweet, and fast food is tasty. But if you value your health, avoid them. The TV is entertaining and social media is engaging, but if you want to escape poverty, you will spend more time reading. I recently learned that Bill Gates reads 1 book per week. I have also read that the average millionaire reads 1 book every week. If an ordinary millionaire does something, it is probably a good thing to imitate, so I have opted to read 1 book per week. This is not going to be simple, and I am not expecting you to start reading a book every week. Yet, if you wish to escape poverty, you must make sacrifices in order to study literature. Make no excuses. I told you before that sugar is tasty, and you probably agree that strong drugs, fast food, and the majority of other bad things are enjoyable. Excuses are also incredibly appealing, which is why most people create them. Listen, you can make 100 reasons why you are where you are, and you can also provide 1 reason why you need to go somewhere else. The difference is in how you employ the powerful machine that God has given you. Your brain is that machine. If you train your brain to look for reasons why you are poor, your autonomous nervous system will be busy looking for reasons, and you will begin to notice how the economy, government, and your parents all contribute to your poverty. Your brain will rapidly show you how your lack of education, health issues, childhood, or even the place you were born in are the causes of your poverty. If you train your mind to look for reasons why you should be wealthy, you will notice that even in a difficult economy, some people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal businesses. You will begin reading about people who faced comparable challenges as you and overcame them. You will realize you have far more control over your life than you realize, and you will begin to accept responsibility. An excuse is the meal of fools, and our world is full of them, because an excuse is tasty. It all comes down to pointing a finger. It is simple. Everyone can do it. But if you want to get out of poverty, you won't. Do not come up with an excuse. Determine what you need to do to alter your life, and then do it, no matter how difficult it is. One success is worth 100 failures. Mark Cuban said something extremely fascinating to me a few days ago that makes a lot of sense. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. Remember, you only have to succeed once. Cuban said. This phrase makes a lot of sense to me, since I could grasp the importance of it when I looked back on my 8 years of failures. You see, my first 8 years in business were terrible. Everything I tried failed, and everyone thought I was an idiot. I was broke, rejected, and frustrated when my first breakthrough occurred. From there, I experienced my second and third breakthroughs. Today, it appears that everything I touch succeeds, but this is the polar opposite of the life I led only a few years ago. The thing is, no matter how many times you fail, remember that you only have to succeed once, and that success will alleviate all the pains of the failed years. What is the significance of this? Most people regard failure as a bad thing, which is why they give up. If you want to be successful, you should understand that the path to success is called failure, and failure is not permanent, since a single success can make you forget the agony of 10 years of failures. Make sacrifices in order to attempt new things. Make sacrifices in order to get outside of your comfort zone. Make sacrifices to do hazardous things, and when you fail, be brave enough to get back up and try again, because it does not matter how many times you fail. All you need is one success. The most significant message in this video is sacrifice. If you want to get out of poverty, you must be willing to do things that are uncomfortable. It is not easy to read, but you have to do it. It is unpleasant to take actions that may result in failure, yet you have to do that. Failing is painful, but you must strive and try again. Recall what I said at the beginning of this video. You cannot acquire a new result by performing the same old things, and every new thing is uncomfortable. Hence, if you want to get out of poverty, you must be willing to make sacrifices. If you like this video, you will like our next video too. That will include a serious discussion about things that surely we need to sacrifice at all costs to become financially independent. So make sure to like this video. That will surely help our channel. Thank you.